Right, I'm not going to muck around. This is the 5th attempt at starting this video. I keep on pressing stop and pressing record. It's a bit of a tongue twister. I'm going to leave it for a second. I'll try it in a second. There's no easy way to say it. There's no flow to the sentence. Anyway, I couldn't pass up an opportunity of a clickbait title like Frank Lampard sacked by Chelsea. I'll probably amend it a little bit and say, what does this mean for Declan Rice? Entice you all over. Come on. Let's have a chat about it. Click on this video. It's got to stand out on the side and the old YouTube suggestions, isn't it? Anyway, now you're here. We're doing something tonight, myself and Gio, which is formerly known as Talk West Ham. It's actually currently known as Talk West Ham. Yeah, this is not any better on the 6th or 7th take, it has to be said. It's your opportunity to talk about Declan Rice. 8 o'clock tonight, we're doing a phone-in. Join us. The link will be in the live chat. You click on the link, you appear in the video. Myself and Gio. Like a Talk Sport type thing, but Talk West Ham. Over on the main channel. Say the main channel. We've got to think of a different... I'll think... It's not the sexy morning channel, if you know what I mean. When everyone's at their sleepy best with sleep in their eye and cornflakes in their teeth. Hopefully not. Anyway, I just thought I'd do this video because somebody had sort of piggybacked. It was Stevo, sent me a comment, and he's piggybacked the previous video to talk about Frank Lampard. He said other good news, though, because this was his second comment. Greedy on the comments, Stevo. Said other good news, though, Gonzo with Lampard getting the sack. Does that mean Chelsea lose interest in Rice? Now, this is what we want to hear from you later on. Let's be fair about old Frank here. He has not been happy. I've said this. I said it the last few weeks. He looks miserable. He looks like he'd rather not be there. What's the point in having all that money if you're going to be miserable? I'm telling you, he had the demeanour, he had the look of someone that didn't like his job. We all know that. We've all been in a job we don't like. It doesn't matter that he's being paid all that money. He didn't want to be there. He didn't like it. The rumour doing the rounds, by the way, is that they had an argument over signing Declan Rice, so he's been sacked. How would anybody know? Honestly, how would anybody know? As Frank Lampard leaked that? I doubt it. Abramovich? Can't imagine he's leaked that. I don't think Abramovich even comes into the country. Don't know. Maybe it's the director of football, whatever. I can't imagine so. I just don't think he's been that good. They're the only team that spent a lot of money this summer, Chelsea. I think out of the whole Premier League net spend, Chelsea's was 25 to 30% of all the money that was spent. They probably want a little bit more than they're getting at the moment because actually they're lower than us in the league. They didn't pay all that money for that. Let's be perfectly honest. Will it impact Declan Rice? Possibly in the short term, Stephen. Possibly in the short term. But I do think Rice is that good. I said this in a previous video that I think before it was Chelsea or nothing. I now think it's a case of he's becoming more attractive to other clubs as well. So that's what I think of that one, my friend. Will be interesting, but you would think I think Tuchel's coming in, is that right? Have I got that right? The former Borussia Dortmund manager? You would imagine he probably has other targets than Declan Rice, but there ain't that many. There ain't that many players that are better in his position than Declan Rice. It's just where they might come in and think, well, I've got someone for that position. Got plenty of players for that position. I like the little fella. Can't remember his name. Gilmore. Yes, I can. Can't remember his name. Dave Bryan said, Gonzo, you made a statement about Pogba with Man U, persevering with him, and now he's on fire. Do you think we should have done the same with Haller? No. Dave. No. No. Here's what I think about this one. I think Paul Pogba always had the qualities to dominate central midfield for whoever he played for. It's just, he downed tools too much. He decided not to apply himself. He's always seemed to be throwing a strop or a tantrum and getting his agent to sell him, pimp him out for sale. I don't think Sebastian Haller's that at all. That's not. So the point is, once Pogba got his mind right, he was always going to be a bloody good midfielder in him. I don't think it matters. There's nothing Sebastian Haller could have done to make him more mobile or effective in wide positions, which is what you need to be if you're our forward. So, no. The answer is no on that one. I don't think it would have made a blind bit of difference at all. I still expect Haller to do well. at Ajax, and I think even if he got all his confidence back and he was suddenly dropped into the West Ham team, I don't think it can make a blind bit of difference. It just doesn't suit the way we play. Got another one here. Cherny Wong says, hello mate, by the way, hello. I've got it right, I got the name right, didn't I? I think I did. So Moyes was LMA Manager of the Year 3 times, just behind Sir Alex Ferguson, SAF. He is a top-class manager, getting the best out of the players. GSB, Gold, Sullivan and Brady should back him in the transfer window. I mean, look, sorry, I had to cut it off then because it doesn't fit in for... I basically screenshot these on my phone. It's very low-tech, by the way, as you can probably tell. You thought I was a tech wizard. No, it's very, very low-tech. I think it's taken, in terms of your question or your statement, I think it's taken a second round with David Moyes to realise what they've got, to appreciate that he probably is one of the better managers. And dare I say it, I do dare say it, but I dare myself to say it, I think he's probably about the best manager that West Ham can attract currently. Really do. I also do think, I've said this a couple of times, but I think it's true. Well, obviously I think it's true. I'm not going to say it and think it's a lie, am I? I think it's true that we're a different proposition now. We are more attractive as a sort of 7th or 8th place club, wherever we might be in the league. I think it's 7th, than we were fighting relegation. You don't look at West Ham if you're a player looking to join. And now I think, well, I'm at risk joining them. They might get relegated. Not now. You would look at it. If you knew nothing about West Ham, you'd look and think that's a team quality. You look at our form. You'd think that's a team that's looking to push for Europe, and you'd look at the backroom team. You look at David Moyes. You look at everybody else. Think, okay, that's stable. You'd also look at it and think, well, actually, they've got an England international in their team as well for the time being. So he's so good. He's played for 2 countries, Declan Rice, for goodness sake, not just a single international, a double international. Finished his career with Scotland, I believe. Right, so that's that one. I've got 3 more comments, and I do appreciate these comments, by the way, because we did which I renamed the Sunday Supplement, the mishmash of a video yesterday, and obviously it was sort of based heavily on people speaking on the video, so I do want to incorporate your comments as much as possible. And I'm also aware that not everybody can join the live stream, so if I can pluck 1 or 2, or in this case 6 out, very happy to do so. Ionix1 says, a nice one, Gonzo. This could be our lucky year if we can pass the monster that is manure. I am waiting for your next video, which has to be about Lampard Rice saga. Great story to be had there. Ionix, I saw there were 2, but I just wanted to pop that up there as well. I have had my say on the Lampard saga. I do think, by the way, what I didn't say, I think it's difficult for him to get back into football. Because if you look at Derby, he did okay at Derby, but ultimately he didn't get them to the promised land. He failed. He made a nice footballing team, and I think he used his contacts to get lots of different players. Like Harry Wilson was one, wasn't he? They got a lot of players on loan, but ultimately it didn't work. I can't see a bunch of clubs queuing up to have Frank Lampard. And as I say, you sort of get the impression he's a bit narky. He's a bit feisty. Do you know what I mean? He's got the ump a lot, Frank. You know. That's what I think about that one. Second to last, Chris Edom. Hello, Chris. Gonzo, it's clear we need a striker urgently, like yesterday. Urgently, we should have signed him yesterday, is what he's saying. I'm concerned that this window is coming to an end fast. We still have problems enticing players to West Ham. Over a week ago, I said that he was talking about Giroud and Costa were available, proven strikers. This feeds in, I agree with all the start points, mate. Need striker urgently and so on and so forth. Unless we're going to suddenly start using these youngsters. You've got to use them. Moyes has to have the confidence to play them in the Premier League. Otherwise, we do need a striker urgently. I absolutely agree. But as I said, I think even in the video today, earlier on, if we have to wait for the right one, I don't mind. But let's start playing the youngsters, certainly. Problem enticing players. Yeah, I think I sort of addressed that earlier. It seems still yet we're not quite glamorous enough. We've not flashed our knickers quite enough to entice the fella from Sevilla. But he has just scored a hat-trick. They're in the top 3 in La Liga. You can understand. I wouldn't blame him. Why would you? Why would any player want to leave prospect of Champions League football to play for West Ham? I do sort of understand that. Costa and Giroud, I just think they're both too slow, mate. I think we would have more or less the same problems that we had with Sebastian Haller, which is every time Mikel Antonio's out the team, our system has to change. I just don't think we put enough balls into the box to supply those sorts of players. Our striker has to be able to operate in wide areas. That's honestly what I think about that one. Last but not least, and I've got to go with this one. It's from GP, who has a picture of his avatar of Roland's rat. People thinking, what's he doing? You have to be of a certain vintage to understand. When Roland Rat superstar, basically, it was like that. I think a little bit. Maybe my mind is playing tricks with me. I think it was. I wonder how many of you are looking at this now, doing a Roland Rat impression. You have to be of a certain age, obviously. Young people are thinking, what's the mad person in the shed going about? The man cave is almost as sexy as the man. Well, this is true, almost. The man cave is almost finished. It is quite tidy, dare I say. I've even got a permanent dusting cloth out. There are lots of interesting things in the man. In fact, I think. Nice sticker. Bit of blue, you know what I mean? Not putting that up. You can explain to the kids what that means. I've got lots of my... Look, see this? This was donated ages ago by Oziron, who is a lovely, lovely man. And he came all the way over from Australia and joined us. And he basically, out of his own pocket, he purchased some microphone muffs. Spongy ones. Look at that. Lovely. So there is always interesting stuff going on in the man cave. In fact, I think it needs to be a feature, doesn't it, really? Interesting thing in the man cave. Interesting thing in the man... Well, I'll tell you what. We'll deal with that next. We'll deal with that. I'm very, very proud of that. You probably can't see it. It's a mirror. It's a Hammers Chat sign. That's a... I'm on the wrong... There you go. It's a Hammers Chat sign. It's also a mirror. Very nice. Anyway, right, but thank you. I am very, very pleased that the man cave is sexy, and there we go. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Please do join us this evening for Talk West Ham. I don't know why that's so difficult for me to say and remember. Maybe we haven't done enough of them. That's about to change. It's all change at Hammers. Actually, so it's mostly the same, but with some change at Hammers Chat. Stay tuned in the next couple of weeks for some announcements, as they say in France. What is announcement in French? It's got to be annoncement, hasn't it? I think it is. I think we're on safe ground. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to me talk a load of rubbish, as normal. See ya at 8 o'clock tonight. Don't forget, look in the link. Charlie will be posting the link. If you want to join in, you can join in. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you later. Got it all wrong. It's all wrong. I might... Take 8. I think I'm going to start the video again.